walked in on somebody else at Walmart. He was a soldier. He was sitting there, man. He had a full blown, his suit was on, or half of it was on. And I walked in, man. I made eye contact with him. I got embarrassed. I was like, man, no face, man. He's a sister. He's like, what's up? I was like, sorry, man, sorry. Let me shake your hand. Thank you for your service. That's why we have hand sanitizer.
And some of the fans will just go to extremes too, right? Man, they'll want you to sign a poster, they'll slide it underneath the stall. Hey, can you sign this for me?
You know what I don't like about public restrooms? Also, the automatic flush system. It's based off of movement. That thing starts going off right when you're in the middle, man. You're like, hey, I'm not done yet! By the time you get out, your back's all sucking away. What the heck?
Oh man, but you know, in our journeys, we've been all over the place, and we're actually getting ready to do a show with 49 Laughs out in Iowa. So it's a great thing to be doing, and we're always encouraged to the kids stay drug free, stay alcohol free, stay all kinds of free, because you never know what you can do. Ernie always says this.
You never know what you can do until you try. You know, we all have our hopes and dreams. Some of us are afraid to try new things, but I'm here to say, just face your fears and give it a shot. You know what I mean? Because some of you have talents that you don't even know of yet.
Oh yeah.
Especially our youth, man. We're good. There's Native Americans out there that are professional athletes. You know, they're professional race car drivers, golfers, doctors, lawyers. There's no limits except what limits we put on ourselves and on our kids. So shoot for the stars.
Yeah, awesome.
And it's been a wonderful experience going out and visiting Native America. And I was, in fact, last night, dude, I was checking out our email from our very first emails, 2002. I was talking to someone, a Gary Farmer. I said, hey man, we haven't even been off the Navajo Rez yet. And I was texting my friend Gary. I was like, hey man, our dream, you know, James Ernie Comedy, we hope to visit another Rez besides our own Rez. And we hope to go to other reservations as James Ernie Comedy. To spread our comedy and our word about being sober and being drug free. Anyway, I was reading that, and that has come to pass, you know. Yeah. James and I, we've been throughout Native America, to all four corners of the great United States of America. And it's just a wonderful experience, man. To come back and share our experiences, it's just a blast, man. Because a lot of us don't get to travel, and I don't take my job for granted. I like sharing stories with people. A lot of people ask us where you've been. You know, where's the farthest you've been to? And we've been to, you know, Florida. We've been up to Washington D.C., to New York, even the Pacific Coast of Oregon. And every one of these locations has an awesome story to go with it.
Oh yeah. And we're celebrating 10 years. This is the only time I can say I'm celebrating 10 years with this man.
Yeah, so you guys are part of our 10-year tour. So having a blast, man. James Ernie Comedy. We've been, one of our last big trips was up to, we went to Minnesota recently, and we had to perform up there for the Ojibwe.
Yeah, the Ojibwe people up there, very nice, very cordial people. And it's always an honor, a pleasure to always perform in front of people like y'all and such as yourselves. And then it's just so nice.
In our travels, we noticed that the farther north you go, the lighter the Indians are.
Yeah.
You know, Ojibwe, some of them look like they're white people, man, like they're full-blown Native Americans. And the farther south you go, the darker we get. Yeah, I have a bro, his Tohatchi Odom lives in southern Arizona, south of Tucson. Those brothers are dark.
They are very dark.
Yeah, one time where he was putting on sunscreen, and I was like, too late for that, bro. You're already dark, pass it over here. I'm still light brown a little bit myself. But it's awesome getting ready to travel. We took 49 Laughs Comedy.
And that was a cool story too in itself. When we went to go visit Sells, Arizona.
Oh yeah, because we're in Sells, Arizona, in a small village called Guvo. It's probably pronounced, you know, Guvo. But, you know, white man pronunciation, Guvo. We're driving around, wait, where's Guvo? And it's 10 miles from the Mexican border. And you know Arizona, man, we got SB 1070, immigration law. I started getting paranoid because there was La Migra everywhere, border patrol. I saw 40, 50 cops, man, going by. I started doubting my own citizenship. as an American, I started having these thoughts. Okay, what if I get pulled over? I heard they'll give you an American history test. I failed American history in high school. And I thought, what if they pull me over and I forget how to speak English? But I can speak fluent Spanish all of a sudden. He knocks on my window. I'm like, oh no, what? Where did that come from? I'll get deported for sure.
But as you know, being sober, I've been sober for 16 years now. And it's a very cool story. Yeah. So here's one of those, those kind of stories. Check this out. It's not about Nathan Tohatchi in the world. Check this out, y'all. Hey. 16 years. I know that we all struggle with something, some shape or form. It doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol or drugs, but we're always gonna struggle with ourselves. But to say 16 years was one of those things that didn't say like, one day I was gonna quit, and then it happened. No, I tried 2 years before I had to quit. And it was, tried, failed, tried, failed, tried and failed. But the moral of the story is, no matter how many times you try, you're gonna succeed. You have to have that mindset, I'm gonna succeed this time. This time it's gonna happen, this time I'm gonna make it happen. So those of you who are struggling with those things, it doesn't matter. Try it again. I'm gonna get my degree, try it again. I'm gonna have kids, try it again.
I'm gonna try to meet my ex.
But that's what we represent. No matter what community we always go to, we have that promise of hope that every one of you have the power of hope. I hope I get out of debt. I hope I make it. I hope my kids grow up to be fine young adults that succeed in this life.
For me, it was I hope I get out of jail in the morning.
It's an awesome feeling, and I want to tell you this right now, that you all are awesome people with that kind of power.
Thank you, James. We have a new comedy troupe called 49 Laughs Comedy. Well, it's not actually new. We're in our third year. 49 Laughs Comedy. There's 5 of us, and we took this whole bunch on the road a couple of years ago out to North Dakota, to the Northern Sioux tribe called Spirit Lake Nation.
Yeah, Spirit Lake.
We drove up there, man. It was an awesome journey. We all hopped in James's truck, man. We hit the road from Albuquerque, went through Denver, shot up to South Dakota. In Rapid City, South Dakota, man, we were hungry. We said, hey, man, let's go visit our Sioux brothers and sisters. Right there in Rapid, there's Pine Ridge, there's Rosebud. Yeah, man, let's go have dinner with our Sioux brothers and our Sioux sisters. So, okay, let's do it, man. We pulled off and we're like, hey, what do they eat? We're like, I know. They eat at Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. Because they're Sioux. They like Tatonka and they're wild Indians. So we walked in there, right? 5 Navajos, man. We walk into Buffalo Wild Wings in Rapid City, South Dakota. The music just stops. Looking back at us like IHS waiting room. It was not Indians. No Sioux in there. All we saw was ranchers, farmers, and cowboys. Yeah, I panicked, man. I went old school. I was like, oh. I started sign language to him. Me and my brothers were like a table to share some Buffalo Wild Wings. That poor little white girl's like, okay, follow me. Sometimes your Indian just comes out, man. You don't even expect it. We're up there one time, this one lady just broke out. I freaked out, man. Can you imagine if that came out, man? Like you're in a post office, you get your check. Oh, sorry, I just got paid. That's all. Sorry. And our natives, as Navajos too, my children comes out every now and then.
Oh yeah, every now and then.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, honey, do you have a calculator? Calculator. Calculator. Do you have any rubbing alcohol?
Oh man, but Ernie and I, we are married.
Yes. I mean, not to each other. No. We have wives. That sounded plural. No, we don't share wives. We have one wife. No, we don't share one wife. It's not coming out the way I wanted it to come out.
We're not that Navajo. Come on now.
We're not old school Navajo. How many married people here tonight?
I mean, married
people? None.
Nobody wants to raise their hand on that.
I know, that's like being in AA. Any new members? You're like, I ain't married to my man, no way. So we got about 5 married people and about 100 kids running around and 5 married couples. So everyone else is babysitting, I guess.
Everybody else is just friends, yeah.
Hey, it's cool, man.
Friend.
We're in the M club too, man. We're married. I've been married, men, we don't know how long we've been married sometimes, you know? People ask me, hey Ernie, how long have you been married? I have to find my oldest son. Hey, how old are you? 21 years, that's how old he is. That's how long I've been married.
Wow, you've been married 21 years.
Yeah, 21, but 17 officially on paper.
Yeah.
And the rest is just taking it for a test drive, man. You know how we do. We gotta feel each other out first, man. See if we're compatible before we make it legal.
And I think the hardest thing about being in a relationship is letting out that first fart in front of her, right?
Yeah, dude,
and it always seems to come late at night when you're asleep too. Just here's so deep in the night, and we got this tune, and all of a sudden, not one of those that just comes out just like directly too. Those real slow ones. Yeah. It sounds like a drum beat.
Sounds like NAC, it gets faster.
I'll call you. Look at her and make sure she doesn't wake up. Yeah, you look at her.
And you ladies are in REM sleep, you know? It's like almost to a coma. You're real deep. So you feel more relaxed.
Feel more relaxed. I'll call you. You can make it faster.
At a certain point, there's a point of no return. We can't stop it. It all comes out. That wakes her up, man. She's like, oh, honey, did you hear that? Something's outside. Go check it out. It's probably Skinwalker. And you're like, no, it's just the wind, honey. Go back to sleep. And she's like, the wind stinks tonight. You're like, it's a dark wind. Marriage is fun, man. It's awesome.
Marriage is one of those things, right? And I think as a man, I think the ladies, they want you to lie to them.
Oh yeah, you do.
Have you ever had this question from a lady? She tries on a pair of pants. Do these pants make me look fat?
Men, that is a no-win situation.
Yes.
That's catch-22. There's no right answer. If you say, no, you look just fine, she bet you're a lying hurt dog. If you say, yes, you're in big trouble right there.
Yeah. And you gotta be a mind reader, right guys? You gotta be a mind reader. You gotta read her body language. If she comes up to you and says this, do you know what today is?
That means that movement there.
This means something. We gotta read it. What does it mean?
That means that she knows that you don't know what she's talking about. That she knows that you don't know that she knows.
We gotta read it.
And you can't not say nothing. You gotta give her something back. You gotta guess if you have to. You know what I mean? You'd be like, Navajo code talker day? I guess that's not it.
And then when you get mad at each other too, right? What are you mad about? Nothing.
Something's wrong.
Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, be mind readers.
Man, it's like a guessing game, right?
That's what makes marriage fun, though. It's those little things, you know, those little ups and downs. Marriage is not always going to be honeymoon status. There's your lows, man, like a roller coaster. I have 9 diamonds in my wedding band that I'm not wearing tonight. There's 9 diamonds in there because of the 9 times we broke up. It's a tribute. And as men, the only reason I don't have it on is I'm less than 100 miles away from home. Any further than that, she'll make sure I have it on. She'll chase me down the driveway if I forget my ring. She'll grab my tailgate. Shh. Your ring, your ring.
She'll run after you. Your ring, my son, now your ring,
And she won't let me put it on myself. She gets me in an MMA maneuver. Ow, ow, ow. I'm trying to tap out.
And I think that's the reason why they put a GPS system with a lady's voice on it. Have you ever seen those GPS systems? You punch in the coordinates and it tells you turn-by-turn directions.
And it's a woman's voice, and that's not by accident.
Yeah. And it tells you, turn left in 0.9 miles. Approaching destination. Destination on the right.
But a native GPS is not that nice.
Oh man, when you missed the turn off, it would start yelling at you. Shut it, that you grabbed the keys from me this morning. You don't even own this truck. I own this truck. You want to come around and visit your kids more often. I'm just raising your kids all by myself.
Just start getting after you, man. She'll be like, what are you going to Dunkin' Donuts for? You have diabetes. She'll be going to the fitness center.
Oh man, but I've been married for, I'm getting ready to celebrate my 13 years of being married here.
Of bliss.
Of bliss in 10 more days.
10 more days, huh?
Thank you guys.
This guy, his wife is so in love with him that she asked him, let's renew our vows.
Yeah.
At the 10-year mark.
At the 10-year mark, she's all, you know what we should do? What she went like this.
And Jim's like, should we go eat?
We should renew our vows.
That confuses us men. We're like, do those expire? I'm pretty sure I said till death do me part. I'm still alive, I think. Is it like cottage cheese expires?
You know, and we got 4 kids, right? I got a 12-year-old, I got a 9-year-old, and then I have 5-year-old twins. Talk about a buy one, get one free, right? I'll take that deal anytime.
That's a big lot sale right there.
Yeah. Okay, when she said that to me, I actually thought back on my wedding day, and I got married Navajo traditional style, right?
At the casino?
and it was cool. It was cool because I got married Navajo traditional style. This was way before I got into comedy and way before I met Ernie. It sounds like I'm trying to explain that ex to your last ex. It was way before you when it happened, darling. I swear I've never done that before.
It's just like, anyways, whatever.
and I stood there and I thought back on my wedding day. And you got to realize, this was in the year 2000. And I was very fat, I was very huge, and I had to borrow a concho belt. For some reason, when you're fat, a skinny person always has a concho belt that you can borrow. It never fails.
The skinny people don't pawn things, that's why. Chubby people are always hungry, so we pawn everything.
And I have one of those aunties that knows everything but knows nothing. Can I get an amen? Yes, you all know what I am talking about.
Can I get an auntie?
Yeah, you always have one of those relatives, and they always have to put in their 2 cents about everything. You're like, just do it, please.
She's the one that's always laughing at every event.
Yeah,
she just laughs.
At Thanksgiving, at Christmases, at birthday parties. She just sit there and do this.
She's always hot too, always fanning herself off. Sometimes she's holding her gallbladder. Stop it! I'm about to pee! Pretty soon there's no sound coming out. Mouth wide open. That's the sound like she's choking on something. The kids are getting worried. Auntie, are you okay? Are you okay? Auntie, are you choking? Are you praying for the food? Mom, Auntie's choking again! Call IHS! Call NTOA too, she's got gas.
One of those aunties, she comes up to me and she says, you know what? You you should not eat anything before you try on this concho belt.
Go on a fast.
Fast. And then stupid me, I listened to her too. I call all day. Oh, you know how we are as fat people too, right, man? We're hungry for anything. Man, and that's the way I was, and I fasted and fasted. But of course, I want to look good, I want to look nice, I want to fit into this concho belt.
Because your wife is waiting for you.
Yeah, my wife, waiting for me. Next day, can't see the bride. And by the time the sun went down, I tried on the concho belt. And sure enough, it did fit. But when I let go of it, everything else came out too, right? After a while, you can't even see the concho belt too, right?
He was like popcorn in microwave.
I called the next morning, right? The next morning came up, man. Oh, man, we're all good. Everybody's in a happy mood, man. And I'm getting ready to tear into some breakfast, some bacon and eggs, and some tortillas, spam. You know how we do it. And then I went there, and then she slaps my hand. She says, "You can't eat anything. You're supposed to fit into the concho belt." Right there. Because I was hungry, now I'm getting delusion. It's not the children, it's, that's why you start hearing voices. You start imagining things. Even your mom is starting to turn into like a turkey.
Your mother-in-law.